Recording on. Here we go. Yogalates. Please modify as needed. Take things slow. We're actually going to start in a cross-legged position. So go ahead, have a seat on your mat. Make sure you can see me. There we go. Now people are popping in. Welcome, guys. Sorry for the little glitch there. If you're just popping in, had a slight technical error. Welcome to Yogalates. We are getting started. We're starting seated, guys, in cross-legged position. So go ahead, come to your mat, start in a cross-legged position. Make sure you can see me, okay? Let's find that breath. Remember, in the nose and either out the mouth or out the nose, your choice. Just breathe freely. Try to inhale on transitions. Try to exhale when we get into a stretch or a pose. We're seated, we're cross-legged. I'm playing the music today, so make sure that you don't have your music on. You're probably hearing mine as well. So turn that music off. Here we go. Big breath in the nose, sun salutation. Reach up to the ceiling. Reach your head towards the ceiling. Really sit up tall. Draw the abs in tight. Let's take one more breath in, reaching as high as you can. And on your exhale, we're just going to go right into a little side bend. Take your left elbow down to the floor and reach across on your exhale. Inhale up, sun salutation. Reaching higher. Exhale, right elbow down to the floor. Reach across through the fingers. Here we go. Inhale up. Sit up tall. Abs in. Exhale. Reaching to the side a little bit further. Stay as fluid as you can. Inhale up. Reach to the ceiling, arms high, exhale, opposite arm down, reaching across into the side bend. Move through your hips. Here we go. Inhale up. Big reach. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Keep them going, guys. Reaching higher. Exhale as the elbow comes to the floor next to you. Reach across a little bit further. Inhale up. Stay fluid. Abs in. Exhale down. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale up. Reach. Elbow down on your exhale. Reach across. Let me turn that music up just a little bit. Good. Come to center. Extend your legs out in front of you straight. Let's cross the right leg over top of the left. Seated. Hip twist. Take your elbow to the outside of your knee. Slowly rotate to your right. Sit up tall as you twist through your hips. If you can't get your elbow to the outside of your right knee, just use your hand. Turn and look behind you. 3 breaths past your sticking point. That is our format. 2 more breaths in the nose. On your exhales, we're going to twist, look a little bit further behind you. Let's do that one more time before we go to the other side. In the nose. On your exhale, twist through the hips, look behind you. Ooh, there we go. Come back to center. Let's go right into the other side. Cross your left leg over top of your right. Twist to your left. Hook your elbow to the outside of that left knee. Turn, look behind you. Find your sticking point. 3 breaths past it. Here we go. Two more breaths. Great low back, posterior hip stretch. One more breath. Get that nice rotation through the spine. Turn your head as well. Let's get the neck moving. Okay, great. Come back to center. Butterfly. Put the bottoms of the feet together. Pull them in towards your hips. Grab your toes. Use your elbows to push your knees wide. Slowly fold to your feet. Really push those knees out. Open your hips up. Stretch the adductors. Deepen your hip ligaments. 2 breaths. Keep folding on your exhales. Let's take one more breath in before we go to a forward spine stretch or seated forward fold. Last breath into our butterfly. Good. Sit up. Extend your legs out straight. Sit up as tall as you can. Reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. Bring the arms overhead. Reach to the sky on your exhale. Forward fold to the toes. Fold to the knees. Reach to the toes. 3 breaths. In the nose, out the mouth. Starting a little slower today. We're going to pick it up in a little bit. You got a really good night of sleep. You're all jobbered up. You're ready to move. We're going to take it up a notch, I promise. 2 more breaths. Reaching through the fingers, keeping those legs nice and straight. Big hamstring stretch, low back, all those erectors. 1 more breath. Oh, perfect, good. Unroll the spine back, extend one leg out, your left leg out to 45 degrees, and then tuck your right foot in. Take the left hand to your shin, bring the right arm up overhead. Take a nice big breath in. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Sprinter stretch, one of our sprinter stretch variations. Reach to your left toes, fold towards your left knee. Take your nose to your left knee without bending it. 3 breaths. We're going to stretch those hamstrings a little bit better. Probably one of, if not the most important parts of the body to stretch daily. 2 more breaths. Getting a much deeper stretch now because we're isolating one side. Fold a little bit deeper. Take your time, work through those sticking points on your exhales. 1 more breath, taking that nose down to your left knee. Good, unroll the spine up. There's some inspiring music. Take the right leg out, tuck the left leg in. You just take that right hand to your shin, big breath in, bring that left arm up. Reach to the sky on that breath in. On your exhales, when we take it into the fold, all the same steps, right leg. Here we go. In the nose, out the mouth as you fold to your right knee. 2 more breaths. Ease into it. One more breath, folding to your right knee. Oh, great, perfect. Extend the legs back out straight in front of you. Let's do a quick little posterior hip stretch again. Hit the glutes. So put your right ankle over top of your left thigh, just above the knee. We call this shape figure 4. And you're just gonna bend that left knee as much as you can. Get the left foot flat. Reach through your legs with your right hand. Grab the back of that left knee. A little bit of an optimal position, tough to get into. I hope you can see that okay. So basically we're doing seated 4. You're gonna reach through the space with your right hand, and you're gonna grab behind that left thigh, just under the knee, as well as that left hand. Now you're gonna pull your left knee into your chest. You're gonna push your chest into your left knee. 3 breaths. Stretch on the right glutes, piriformis, all those abductors, muscles behind that right hip. 2 breaths. The more you do, the bigger the stretch you're gonna get. The more you bend that left knee, the bigger the stretch you're gonna get. 2 more breaths. Keep pulling that left knee closer, bending it more, pushing your chest into your left knee. 1 more breath. Oh, perfect. Put that left leg down straight. Put the right leg down straight, Cross the left leg, or follow the same steps. So here's our seated figure 4. Now you're just gonna bend that right knee. Reach through your legs with your left arm. Reach to the outside with the right arm to grab behind that right knee. Grab right behind the right knee. Bend it, pull it in towards your chest. 3 breaths. Pretzel pose. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's what I feel like right now. 2 more breaths. I used to love those in high school. Big hot pretzel, mustard and cheese dip. Shouldn't be talking about that when we're exercising, sorry. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Pull that right knee to the chest. Oh, sweat just slid. Okay, extend that right leg down straight so you can uncross your left. Go ahead, come into table pose. Just flip yourself around, come into table pose. I couldn't get my spotlight video on today for some reason, so I hope you can see me okay. Step the right leg back and then the left. Dive the head down for downward facing dog. As long as you can see me, I don't need to see myself. 3 breaths, downward facing dog. If you're really tight in your hamstring still, you just put your feet wider. Press the heels back down into the floor. Dive your head down, reach out through your fingers, and then push your chest towards the floor. Bring your shoulders together. 3 breaths, here we go. Reaching out through the arms, diving the head down. Remember, your weight should be like 80% on your feet when you do downward facing dog. You shouldn't be killing your arms. 2 more breaths. Big posterior chain stretch, everything. Achilles tendons, soleus, calves, hamstrings, low back, even the upper back if you can get your head down. 1 more breath. And we're gonna come forward to cobra. Walk the hands forward, slowly let the knees come down. Softly to your mat, press the feet flat. Reach your head, chest up high to the sky. Pull your shoulders back. Oh, that feels good after all that sitting and twisting and bending. Squeeze your glutes in, abs in tight. Head high, chest high, shoulders back. Let's take 1 more breath. And let's go into our favorite, child's pose, back's happy place. Sink back. Let's unload and decompress the spine. I like to have my toes together and my knees a little wider than my hips. But you take whatever position feels best for you to fold as deep as you can into your mat. Sink your butt back to your heels. Lower your chest to the floor. Stretch the arms out. Reach through those fingers. 3 breaths. Find your perfect child's pose. Boy, that first part of that's an oxymoron. Perfect child. I haven't met one yet. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, and we're gonna go into the ultimate, cat and cow. Okay, come to table pose. Here's our go-to daily. Let's warm that spine up really good. Let's get those cerebral fluids moving around, get the adjustments in the spine. When you're ready, on your exhale, go to cat. Round the shoulders, draw the abs in and up. Tuck your chin, look at your belly button as you arch your back. High as you can. Inhale as you go into your cow. Extend the spine down as you lift the head high. Keep the arms straight. Here we go, up to cat. You can even shake the hips side to side when you get into that cat. Move it around. Inhale the cow. Head high. Pull the shoulders back, but keep your arms straight the whole time. Here we go. Up to cat, getting higher. And move the hips side to side while you're in your cat. Move that stretch around. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We're going to do 2 more. Keep trying to get higher and lower. Get into your cat. Move the hips side to side. Inhale, cow. 1 more time, guys. Here we go. Last cat. High as you can. Draw the abs in. Round the shoulders. Arch the back. Look at your belly button. Sway your hips slowly side to side. And inhale to our last cow. Perfect. Threading the needle. Put your right arm out in front of you. Actually, go to your right elbow. Bring your right elbow, forearm down. Make sure it's out in front of your shoulder a little bit. Now take that left hand with the palm up, thread it through and across. Put your right palm down, so the right arm that's out in front of you or on the forearm elbow, put your palm down. And then your left palm is up that we're threading through. Now push your chest down towards the floor on top of that left shoulder. Your head should still be up. Now turn your head to the left. And think about twisting your body to the left as you anchor that left arm down. You should feel a nice stretch right behind the shoulder blade where the lat ties in. 3 breaths. Nice deep thread the needle. Stretch that upper back out really good. 2 breaths. Keep reaching across through those left fingers with the palm up as you twist and look to your left. Countering that stretch. 1 more breath. Okay, come back to table pose. Let's go right to the other side. Extend that left arm forward and then drop down to your elbow so your forearm is touching, palm down. That left hand, right hand, palm up, thread under and across that left arm. Push your chest to the floor. Now twist and look to your right. Boy, this microphone's very sensitive. I can hear every little breath and gasp I do. Maybe that's helpful for you though when I say use your breath. In the nose, on your exhales, pushing, twisting, a little more to the right. Keep reaching through those right fingers. 2 more breaths. One of my favorites. I love this stretch. I get really tight in my upper back and traps. I have to do this to get to my traps. 1 more breath. Okay, perfect. Come back into table pose. Let's go ahead and do just a couple of bird dog cycles. I feel like I need to just reach everything out. Keep your head down. Look at your mat. We're in table pose, quadruped, arms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, extend your left arm and right leg. In a nice straight line. Reach that arm up as high as you can. Draw the abs in tight. Exhale down to table pose. Inhale up to the other side. Slow, fluid, purposeful movements with the breath. Inhale down. Draw the abs in. Exhale up to bird dog. We'll do 3 on each side. 3 seems to be a good number for these flows. Exhale down. Inhale down. Exhale up. You know, if you're breathing, you can't go too wrong. Here we go. Bring it down. Table pose. And up to bird dog. 1 more time. On your breath. Down to table pose. And on your breath, last bird dog. Okay, perfect. Come down to table pose. Sit up tall on your knees. Hero pose. Bring your left foot forward. We're going to do a crescent. Bring the arms overhead. Make a finger gun. So we have that left foot forward. I want you to push your hips forward. Reach back behind you through your finger gun as you lean the hips forward on your breath. 3 breaths. Pushing the hips forward. Reaching the arms up and back behind you. And even look up with your arms as you lean those hips down forward. 2 more breaths. Reaching higher, further back on the exhales. 1 more time. Good. Bring the arms down. Push yourself back and extend that left leg straight. Lock the knee out. Modify triangle. We're going to fold to the knee. Take the hands to the floor. Slowly take your nose down to your knee. Once you hit your sticking point, let's take our 3 breaths fasted. In the nose. And on your exhale, fold a little bit deeper without bending that knee. Make sure you're flexing your toes towards you. Remember, we always want to lengthen a muscle fully before we start stretching it. 1 more breath. Keep folding that knee. We're stretching the hamstrings a lot today. Should be getting a little deeper every time we go through a hamstring stretch. Last one. We're going to take it to lizard. Good. Bring your chest up and bend your left knee so you come forward. Scoot your foot out just a little bit to your left so it's out of the way from under your chest. Take the hands under the chest. Make sure that back right leg is as straight as you can get it. Now, you might already be feeling the stretch. Back, right hip flexors, quads, left inner thigh, adductors, and deep inner hip and groin. If you can go deeper, drop your right elbow first. Take it slow. Nothing past an 8 of discomfort. If you can still go deeper, then drop your left elbow. This is full dragon pose. Lizard is on the hands. Dragon is on the elbows. 2 different practices. 3 breaths. You know, I like to kind of move my hips around. I want you guys to play around with these poses and stretches. Get familiar with them. Get familiar with your body. It's one of the great things about doing these types of flows weekly. You get really good body awareness. 2 more breaths. Keep leaning the hips forward. Whether you're on your elbows or your hands or just one hand and one elbow, work within your range of motion. Keep trying to get through your sticking point. Last breath before we take it to plank. Okay, come back to your hands if you are on your elbows. Draw the right knee off the floor so we're back on those right toes. Draw the left leg back any way you can. Full prone, plank position. Chaturanga, hover down to cobra. Bend the elbows, lower yourself slowly. Abs in tight, knees come down, and then the stomach, push high into our cobra. Squeeze your glutes in, reach the head, chest up, pull the shoulders back. Flatten your legs out as much as you can. One more breath. Sit up tall into hero pose. Push back, bring the right foot forward. Take a big breath in, crescent. Crescent just means you're reaching behind you. It's the basis of crescent poses. We're going to make a finger gun with it though. Make that finger gun. Reach up and back behind you. Let your head follow your arms and then lean the hips forward on your breath. Crescent, forward low lunge. Twofer pose. Happy hour, a little early. 3 breaths. Really sink those hips down and forward, but keep your head, chest up as tall as you can as you reach behind. Great stretch on those back left hip flexors and quads. One more breath, reach up higher and further behind you. Okay, bring the arms down, push back to modified triangle position. Right leg is nice and straight. Take the hands to the floor slowly. Fold your face to your knee. Flex your toes towards you. Lengthen everything behind the leg before you fold and stretch. 3 breaths past your sticking point. Don't sacrifice, don't steal range of motion by bending the knee. Keep that leg straight, work through that sticking point. 2 breaths. Just take one more breath. Fold to the knee. Okay, good. Lizard. Just push yourself forward so that your knee is bent again and your foot is flat. Take the hands under the chest. You're going to need to scoot that right foot out just a little bit to your side with the toes pointed out at 45 degrees. Sorry, I forgot to mention that on the other side. Here's our basic lizard stretch. You should already be kind of feeling that stretch in the deep inner right thigh and hip and the back left hip flexor still. If you want to go deeper, drop the left elbow first this time. This will take you a little bit further into the stretch. And then if you can really go all the way to dragon, take that right elbow down. Make sure your heel is about right under your knee. If you have a big angle at your knee, you're stealing range of motion again. So this is our optimal angle. Heel under the knee, toes out at 45, back left leg as straight as you can get it. Open those hips up. Stretching the front of the hips of that back left leg. Stretching the deep inner hip and thigh of that right leg. 2 more breaths. Move those hips around. Find where you get more or less of a stretch. 1 more breath. Okay, if you're on your elbows, come up to your hands. Just draw the right leg back and come into our child's pose for a quick recovery. Sink back. Let's get everything neutral. Reach the arms out, fold down, hopefully getting deeper and deeper every time we go into this. Take a couple of quick breaths. One more breath. I'm going to ask you to just sit on your butt so you can unroll yourself down flat on your back. Then realize the time's getting away from us. Swing your legs out in front of you. Have a seat on your butt. Make sure you have room behind you. If you're able to, use your abs, unroll yourself down nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. And you know the drill. Good morning stretch always follows. We're going to decompress. Let's unload. Big reach back through your fingers, down through your toes. Abs are in tight. We're flexing the quads as we reach down through those toes. We're pulling the shoulders back, getting as flat as we can as we reach back through the fingers. See if you can get your arms to the floor. If you can't, then you need to spend some time stretching your chest and lats. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Perfect. Take the knees into your chest one at a time. Hug them down as firmly as you can and push your chest into your knees. Squeeze your abs. Turn yourself into the smallest little ball you can make. 3 breaths. Hugging the knees firmly, pushing the chest firmly into the knees, squeezing the abs in. 1 more breath. Hug and squeeze. Great. Let your head come down. Keep your right knee to the chest. Let's go ahead and go into single line hip twist. So keep the right knee at 90 over the hip. Take the right arm straight out to your side with your palm up. Turn your head, look down your right arm. And now let's take that left, use your left hand, to take the right knee over. Don't let that right shoulder lift up. That's our anchor point for the stretch. That's where we get our leverage to stretch. Outer right glute, hip area, piriformis, all the abductors, as well as the low back. 2 breaths. That's a good song to finish with, a little more relaxing. So I'm going to be playing this music from now on. Go ahead, come back to center. Bring your left knee up over the hip. Extend your right leg down straight. Follow the same steps. Left arm out to your side. Turn your head, look down your left arm as you take that left knee over. Excuse me. I'm going to be playing the music now, so you don't have to worry about putting your music on. Hopefully it sounded okay. It's the first time I've used it. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit after. 2 more breaths. See if I can improve. Always looking to improve. Anchor that left shoulder down as you take that left knee over. Don't let that shoulder lift. That means you're stealing range of motion. Don't deprive your left glutes. Let's take 1 more breath. I am a little tighter on this side still. Last breath. Okay, come back to your center. Hug the knees down 1 more time, really firmly. Make sure your tailbone lifts up. And then just extend the legs down straight, 1 at a time. Bring the arms behind you. Reach through your fingers, close your eyes. Let's go into a nice deep good morning. Still a little shavasana. Reach down through your toes, reach back through your fingers the whole time. Let's take 3 nice, long, deep belly breaths to cool down and finish our flow today. In the nose, all the way out the mouth. Just keep reaching. We're just going to open the whole body up. In the nose. Every bit of air in, every bit of air out. 3 more big belly breaths. Keep reaching through the fingers, down through the toes. 2 more big breaths. One more nice big belly breath as you reach out for 1 last time. Oh, perfect. When you're ready, open up your eyes. Sit yourself up any way you like, slowly. That is where we will end things for today. If you don't mind, I'm going to pause the recording and just make sure that that audio sounded okay for you guys.